let Leslie know about the street sweeping days.
Yeah, a lot of broken beer bottles every morning, trash, garbage.
I drove by slow on my way over here, and I saw some stuff that, needs fixing.
All right. Anybody else? Moving on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim, for not asking any tough questions about fire hydrants this time. Thank you.
All right. So next, Ara, come on up. Ara is our Deputy for Constituent Engagement in the 2nd District Supervisorial Office of Holly Mitchell's office. Bear with me just a second. I'll give you.
Hi everyone. I'm usually on the quiet side, but I'm gonna try to scream so that everyone can hear me. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ara, and I'm Field Deputy from LA County 2nd District Supervisor Holly Mitchell's office. Really happy to be here. Oh, this is the mic. Awesome. Thank you. Really happy to be here, and I have a couple updates that I wanted to share. And I will start by National Night Out. Thank you, Wiseburn Watch, Eddie, Harley. Both of you put so much effort, and all the members and volunteers put so much effort, so thank you for such an amazing event. And Captain Palomino, you were there too. Thank you so much for everything. We also had CHP, fire department, and what have you, and it was a beautiful event where residents came and learned more about what government does for the community. So really great event. On that note, again, I want to appreciate Eddie and Harley. We have been working on the funding request to partner for this event, and our office currently has a delayed in processing funding request. So we've been working to grant $2,500 for Wiseburn Watch, and we're trying to work on that, but it should be processing. So I just wanted to let you know. And this is a similar partnership like last year, and I hope we can continue that moving forward. So again, thank you, Eddie and Harley. And speaking of our funding request website, most recently we had a huge influx of requests. So the website is currently down, but once we juggle through everything, it will open again. So anyone who works in nonprofit sector and what have you, I just wanted to share that to you. And next one. So September 15th to October 15th is Hispanic Heritage Month. So yeah, I want to recognize and celebrate everyone who has that heritage as we celebrate diversity in LA County. And we also celebrated that at board meeting as well. And you may have seen so many news on the earthquake that happens back to back. There was news on the mudslide at Palos Verdes and what have you. And I wanted to share that LA County has emergency alert and notification tool. And the website is ready.lacounty.gov. Gov is G-O-V. And if you go here, you can check various resources, notification tool, and at times you want to be connected with the local government because they have the most local information, right? For Wiseburn, there's no city government and it will be county. So if you visit this website and sign up to any tools, get some resources, get some helpful information, it might be helpful in the future. So yeah, I wanted to share that. And for this, not only earthquake, but they share information on heat, rainstorm, mudslide, and more. So I recommend this website. And also, the Department of Parks and Recreation has annual community input meeting. And it's funny because I was talking about it to Derry, and he brought some flyers. So yeah.
Derry actually wants to talk about it.
Yeah. I'll touch on it really quick to give him space. But yeah, the nearby park is coming up. I'm gonna pass it to Derry. Alondra Park meeting already happened, but Alondra Park in El Camino Village, but large parks like Magic Johnson Park, Victoria Park, it's coming up. So let's say you utilize those parks and you're interested, you want to share input so us government can serve you better, you're welcome to attend these meetings. And I'm gonna say the web link really quick, but I will send that to the Wiseburn Watch leaders, and if you have questions, feel free to check with them and maybe that can be forwarded. But the web link is parks.lacounty.gov/annual-community-meeting/. So again, I will send it to the Wiseburn Watch leaders, and I'll be around here. If you want to get it from me, I'll be happy to give that to you. And also, September 8th was 988 Day. And we want to share 988 phone number to help raise awareness about the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. And this is a resource to help prevent suicide and connect people experiencing mental health or substance use-related distress to compassionate care. Support is available for 27 through text or call. So I wanted to share that as we recently had the 988 Day. And yeah, I think those are my general updates, but I'll be happy to take any questions if you have questions. Okay, thank you. Again, I'll be around, so happy to answer any questions. Thank you, Eddie.
We're going to skip over the Santa Parade because until Harley shows up. We have the date set. The save the date is Saturday, December 21st. For those of you that need to put it in your calendar. So Saturday, December 21st, same time, same route, and we'll send out more details. Harley will be here to talk about what we expect this year and a little bit about the planning. Oh, yeah, the toy drive this year is for the sheriff's station. That's right. Woo-hoo. All right. And so, as promised, tonight we're going to dedicate some time to hear from our Wiseburn Unified School District candidates for school board. Please. You need to come up to the mic, big guy.
So many of you hate it when I talk politics. I'm not going to. But I'm going to ask each and every one of you to please, please, please understand who and what you're voting for in this coming election. There are numerous opportunities here to change the direction of our state. And I hope you guys will make some decisions that might help move that along. We've got Measure A. The county wants to put a permanent sales tax for homeless or whatever. We got Prop 36, which will reverse many of the negative things of Prop 47 and bring back some accountability and some punishment for some of these crimes. Big ones. So please, just pay attention to who you're voting for. You understand what they stand for, and the propositions, you fully understand what they are, what they mean. Questions, I'm always available. Give me a call, whatever. All right? Moving on. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. All right, so I'll let the candidates each come up in order. We are voting for 2 positions, and we have all 3 candidates running on the ballot here. So first, Dennis Curtis. You have to project. I apologize for not having a mic.
That's okay. That's okay. I really don't need a mic. I guess this is just for the webcast or whatever. Okay. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Dennis Curtis. If you are confused, my name's on the plaque out here. I helped build this school. I've lived in the Wiseburn community for over 40 years. And all 3 of my children have attended the Wiseburn schools. And I've known many of the teachers, administrators, and staff personally over the many years. I've served on the board for a total of 22 years. I've seen the Wiseburn Elementary School District evolve, change, prosper into a full unified school district, complete with a high school. I worked on the unification process with other board members for over 12 years to finally free us, the Wiseburn community, from under Centinela Valley. For those of you who are familiar with Centinela Valley, it was a difficult time. Our kids would go to Dana, and after Dana, to graduate from the 8th grade, they went to the wind. Nobody wanted to go to Hawthorne High School. I know some of you may think it's wonderful, and that's good. That's your choice. We here in Wiseburn wanted to give the community a better choice. I worked on 4 general obligation bonds to get passed so that we could completely rebuild, and I use the word complete. I'm talking about this building, Cabrillo, Dana, or whatever names you call them now. All of the schools are all brand new, and I say brand new. Some of them I think are maybe 10 years old. I worked along with some of the most dedicated school board members in the community. Nelson and Roger, worked with them real closely, started back in 1993. Several years serving as the board president 3 times during my tenure. And with the group effort, one person alone can't do anything. It takes a group. It takes a conglomerate of good board members to accomplish many things. And just look around. This building is just one of them, what makes Wiseburn a very prosperous and a very good school district. But the magic is in the classrooms, not an empty building. So hiring the best teachers, maintaining them, retaining them, and having all the right certifications, that's the important thing. I had visions in the past, and with the help of this community and many of the other board members, we have accomplished many of those tasks. But in any worthwhile endeavor, it's never an ending story. It always needs to be, there's always more that needs to be done. Typical example is new technology, and now we're getting into solar panels, which is a good idea. I fully embrace new technologies. When I was first on the board, we didn't have any, we had a small computer lab. Now we have a full-blown computer laboratory and all the good stuff that the kids nowadays, the tools that kids nowadays need to be worthwhile and to be complete students. I feel I have the vast experience in many years to offer even more. I didn't come to here this evening to give you a history lesson, but I guess I did that in a kind of a roundabout way. But in closing, I'd like to ask you to return me to the Wiseburn School Board again. In November, there'll be an election, and you'll have a choice. And it won't be an appointment by 4 board members as to who the next board member will be. The people get to vote for them. So I hope that I can count on your support and votes. It depends on if you have any sway with your significant other. Mine usually cancels mine out. So I want to thank you for the time this evening. And Eddie, I thank you for having us here tonight as well. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, next up, Dr. Neil Goldman.
Hold that. All right. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you to the board. Thank you, Wiseburn Watch. Nice to be here. My name is Neil Goldman, and it has been my privilege to serve on the school board for the last 10 years. One of the things, one of my most important roles, as probably for many of you, is to be a parent. I'm a dad, right? And I wanted my kids to have a great education. It's one of the reasons I moved to the Wiseburn area. I want that for all of our kids, and I'm really proud of what we've accomplished over the last 10 years. Here's some stats, and you can find the sourcing of this on our website, on the Wiseburn Unified School District website. We're in the top 7% of districts nationally, the top 1% best teachers in California. We have California, distinguished schools, and we have among the safest schools in the state. That's vitally important. And one of my roles, again, as a dad, another one of my important roles is as a strategic consultant working with hundreds of organizations nationally. That's informed my role on the board and helped me facilitate our strategic planning efforts involving our community, involving our teachers, involving everyone a few years ago that led to what we now call our 5 pillars. You've heard this before. If you try to be everything to everyone, you'll end up being nothing to anybody, right? You've heard that. So what are we going to be at the district? What do we stand for? We identified 5 things. First, safety. That's our number 1 pillar. If our kids aren't safe, both emotionally and physically, nothing happens. So you're seeing additional safety measures happening at the school. Number 2 is student-centered. The learning has funneled from where the teacher used to be the source of all knowledge to really has to be the student now, right? They have to be the ones taking the initiative. We're giving them the energy and the fuel and the passion to learn because life is continuing to adapt. We need to prepare them for the future. The third one is whole child. So it's not just academics, but really making them feel engaged, competent, confident. The fourth one is community involvement. So I'm thrilled to be here and get our community involvement repeatedly. And then the fifth one is organizational strength. Let me talk on that one for a minute. One of the most important roles we have as school board members is to both work with our district and the cabinet and the superintendent, and also to push back, to challenge, to make sure they are doing what we need to do best for our kids, right? So one of the things I'm particularly proud of is being a financial steward of our resources. And I'm pushing our district superintendent and our CBO to find additional resources, additional funds for money. I'm pushing them to make sure that we have matching funds and are in line for matching funds from the state. What matching funds means is, for example, on some of our construction, if we put $100,000 in, we may get $50,000, $60,000 back because we're in line for matching funds from the state of California. Currently, there's no money, but we're first in line when the next time money comes, and we will get some of that money back. It involves something that's called piggybacking. When we make contracts with others and other districts want to do that, they use our contract, we get a piece of that. It's grants. Always being a fiscal steward of our money, and I think that's particularly important to us as residents here. By the way, as you may know, all of us are residents in the community. You have to be on the school board. I've been here, I've now been a resident since 1990, I moved in. So what about the future? So I'm proud of where we've gone, but there's still much more to do. One thing I'm really passionate about is if you look at futurists, right, what's happening in the future? The world's changing, right? It continues to change. One of the things futurists will tell you that's happening in the future is hyper-personalization. Things are getting more personalized, more individualized. We have to do that for our students. Special needs kids appropriately have individual education plans, IEPs. I want to call them IEPs, call them personal education plans for every student, and we're working toward that. So we can personalize and individualize education for every kid, that we can meet their needs, and we have some things that are happening in that direction. So I'm proud of where we're going, I'm proud of what we've done, but there's still more work to do. In my professional world, I bring a strategic perspective. I also have a doctorate in education because I'm passionate about education, and I believe the greatest gift we can give any kid and any family and our society overall is students with a great education so they're ready for life after school. So I too am asking for your vote to continue this path, to move us forward, and to know that with stewardship we've done a great job and there's more to do, and I ask for your vote as well. Thank you so much.
And last and certainly not least, Michelle Legaspi.
Thank you, Mr. Renda. Thank you, Wiseburn Watch. Thank you so much for having me here. I realize I am the new kid on the block. And so I just wanted to spend a little bit of time letting you get to know me. I've been here for since 2006, 2005, I think. We moved here when my husband and I weren't quite married yet. We decided to start looking for a house that we knew that we wanted to raise our family in. And I found this little pocket, and I'm like, where am I? And I realized actually that I was living in Westchester at the time and commuting into Manhattan Beach. And I would pass a school site that was under construction. And I was like, wow, that is an amazing, I feel so envious of those kids that get to work, to learn in that building, the teachers that get to work in that building. And I would watch its progress as I passed by. Little did I know that just a few years after that, I would actually be moving in across the street. Back then it was ANSA and now it's Del Air. But I actually ended up purchasing a house right across the street from that school. And I didn't realize it actually till I had moved in. And I'm like, I think this is my school. And the reason why it piqued my interest so much is because I am an educator. I've been an educator for 23 years, and I have taught all the grade levels in elementary. And I've been a teacher leader in Manhattan Beach for that amount of time, doing such things as being able to lead curriculum adoptions, being able to be a teacher leader, a teacher trainer in writing and in math. And so needless to say, I'm very familiar with the ins and outs of school. I worked very closely with the district office team in order to be able to push forward some of the initiatives that got Manhattan Beach to. I try not to say that that's where they are today, but I've been there for so long, and so I think I had a good hand, a part in that. And actually, and when one of the old superintendents asked me where my kids go to school, because then we got married and had some couple kids, I said, well, we're in Wiseburn. And he's like, well, why aren't they in Manhattan Beach? And I said, well, because I believe in this district. I know the kind of education that that this district provides, and I want that neighborhood feeling. I want my kids to go to a neighborhood school and that is reflective of our values and reflective of what we want for our children. So that is why, and he was okay with the answer, and he actually said, well, all right, I like Tom Johnston, so okay. And so I was allowed to keep my children here. So that being said, you know, there came a point in my time, and I came up through all the PTAs. I did all the things that an involved parent would want to do. I joined PTAs. I actually not just joined PTAs, but then I became part of the board of the PTAs, running a lot of successful events and fundraising for my kids' elementary school. Eventually, I wanted to move on from that and have a greater impact because, again, it wasn't just about my kids' school. It was about this entire community. So I joined WEF and became the community liaison for WEF and looked for all the partners in the community that, again, makes this area so amazing. And did a little bit of time with them, and then this opportunity came up for me to be able to apply for to finish out a position. And I kind of thought about it, going, God, you know, this is the best opportunity for me to be able to really give back into the full capacity. I'm always looking for ways to be able to give back to the fullest extent and think about where my greatest good would be. And I knew very, very early on that my greatest good really is to reach as many kids and as parents and families as I could. So I said, well, why not? And here I am. So it's been an amazing year to be able to learn and to grow with the current board. And again, my role as an educator really has informed a lot of the discussions and the decision making that we've done. I really take it very seriously that I'm still currently in the classroom as a 5th grade teacher, so I do that full time as well. And I take it very seriously that my voice as an educator can be heard in that boardroom, because I do feel it's very important that not to say that we're going to it has to be one way, but I provide a perspective that I believe is very valuable, because again, I've been there, I've felt that, I felt what our teachers are feeling, and I've also felt it as a parent as well. So, and I didn't mention that, my lovely children, they've gone through the entire system. My daughter is now at Da Vinci Science as a sophomore, and my son is at Wiseburn Middle as an 8th grader. So I'm still pretty much in it, feeling all the things that teenagers can make you feel. And so I am just so proud to be able to be here in front of you today. And again, as a new kid on the block, I felt that it was important that I talk about who I am and where I'm coming from, and to be able to continue the work to provide the community with what I feel is the most important in making a strong community is a strong school district. And I know that we have that. We have all the building blocks that we need in order to keep building its future and making it the place that we all want to send our kids to, and hopefully grandkids in someday.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So I do want to thank all the candidates for coming over tonight and spending some time both with the attendees and with the folks watching us online. Of course, your board members through next year are Bill Magoon, Letty Kreis, Tim Kreis, Patrick Denny behind us, Harley Hoff, even though she doesn't like to be called an emeritus board member, our co-founder, Harley Hoff, back there. And actually, we need Harley up here, and of course, Eddie Urenda, myself, to talk a little bit about the Santa Parade this year.
Hi.
You may know it, right? You don't need to press anything. Just
hello? No, that's
Nothing. Just talk.
nothing. Just talk.
Just talk.
Okay, why
No,
you
no,
gotta do
hold
that?
it, hold it, because the folks online are
Oh,
listening. That's their audio.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Not used to that part. Hi, guys. Hi. Santa Parade. Our Santa Parade is the 20th, Saturday, right?
21st.
21st. Okay, good. 21st. 21st. I was going to go out of town, but we've switched it, so I will be there. My son's turning 21. We got to take him to Vegas while I can get him there. So we are going to do the same six stops that we have always done. I do want to ask for candy cane donations. We are completely out. Every year I've been using over and over and over. We get so many candy canes, but I'm actually out. So we do need candy cane donations. And can you get candy canes?
Yeah.
Lovely.
I like 300 each year, and I can
That would be great. Great. And I don't know if you guys saw, so you know we give the kids toys, and over the years we've done like little Matchbox cars and little Polly Pockets, and that was Mattel then. And recently we've been doing the glow foam things, which are kind of cool because the kids like to play with them and they're not hurting each other. But we're trying to think of something a little newer. So I found these, they are glow sticks, but they kind of like are pop, like they're almost one of those like where you fidget tool kind of thing, because you pull it and it makes noise and you can twist it and make them shapes. Those are only, what did I show you guys last night? $180 for 300 off, $180 for 300 of them, and I need to buy about 300 toys. So that's what we need to raise is $180. We don't have any other expenses. Like we do a little coffee thing for the policemen and some donuts, and I do that. I'll make stuff. So there really isn't any other costs involved for the parade. So candy canes, ours got that covered, and we need to raise about $180 for the parade. Usually what happens if we don't, we will all kick in. I mean, that's how it just works out. But so if you could spread the word, if anybody wants to give $5, $10, it all helps.
So we didn't have a financial statement at this meeting. We're about $200 from National Night Out. Before the county grant money, we're about $200 in the red right now. But once the county money settles, hopefully we'll be back in the black.
And then we won't really need it, but it's nice to replenish it every year.
Yes.
And it's not a
Indeed.
lot of money.
Yeah, it doesn't go to waste. Yep.
Santa's all got his suit and ready to go, right? Yes. And I know the elf is ready to go. Ho, ho, ho. And let's see who else is. So we will be doing a toy.
Is the last stop, will we be able to use her house this time or not?
Let's talk to Darla. Last year she was having surgery, that's why. She loves doing it.
That's why I want to ask, because it was really a pain without her.
For you.
Wondering if you could.
Yeah, no, and you guys didn't need to do that. I appreciate that you did that. But that's why I told you you didn't need to do it, because I knew it was going to be a big pace. Could you talk to Darla and see if she wants? I mean, I can call her if you feel like I need to call her. Yeah, I'll call her.
Do that or give me her number and I'll call her, but.
I'll do both. I'll call her and then I'll give you her number too.
I'm
I'm,
doing it so long as we have the ability.
yeah, I'm sure that I'm sure she's back in. She loves doing that stuff, and we did miss it. We did miss it.
But I'm not willing to do it and dragging it from the other
I
side to the.
don't blame you. I appreciate all that you've done. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I will reach out to her about Stop 6.
We'll start sending email reminders in terms of funding, donations, save the dates.
Yeah, we haven't
and
sent anything
things
out
like
yet,
that,
so
yeah.
this is just a quick.
The prelim, that's right.
Donations everybody
Prelim.
gave us were wonderful. We used them up, we actually divided it between the stops so we didn't have to ask for more.
Oh, right, when you got donations for that stop. That's great. That's
And we did get a donation from Universal that we haven't gone through
yeah,
yet.
but
so
that's
our
not
idea-
going to work out because we can't give just a couple of like remember we can't just give a couple. We have to give kind of the same. Is that what you mean for the stops to give the kids? We're not going to give a kid a big stuffed toy and then go to the next stop and give one a lighted thing. It's just not. It's not okay. Like.
We'll figure it out.
But I think we should save those for National Night Out again. That was fabulous. And get more.
For the next.
And get more. We got a pallet of toys. That's how we had all that stuff for
We
National
have 2
Night Out.
pallets worth of
Two pallets, okay. So this year we are collecting toys for the sheriff's station. We'll collect them along the route. We will have their van with their whole crew collecting, and I believe that Patrick's not here, but he's going to be doing. Patrick's going to be doing the music. We'll actually have some music as loud as we can. Like we don't want to piss anybody off either. But we're going to do music as we're moving, not when we stop. Not when we stop, because that.
And as long as they can call the police, right?
The lady at 138th stop, I'll never forget, they moved There's a new family there last year, and they were so happy, so I was happy. But before that, they did not like us doing the stop there, so I'm trying to be respectful. All right, what else is there? Yeah, what's that?
Who was that? I live on that.
On the other side. Okay, you're on the other side. I think. Okay, this is the northwest. Yes, the house sold and there's new people in it. Are you the northwest?
No, I'm southwest.
You're right. I've seen you outside actually. Hi. I see him outside all the time because I go down 138 because I live on 138 and I stop at the stop sign and he's usually watering or doing something with his plants. Anyway. Yeah, so anyway, they don't mind us. I don't think there's anything else. I think that's all of it. Bill has definitely got the sheriff to come and come along as they always do. I haven't reached out to fire yet because I have to go to the main office up to the chief, so I'm going to do that. I just haven't done it yet, but we're still early. Oh boy. Bill keeps getting bigger and bigger. We get more cars and more cars in this. Which is great because I don't feel like we can expand it with private cars. So I love that that there's more cars. It seems more fun. Yeah. So I think that's it. And thank you. Oh, we're never doing that again. One year Santa rode a Harley and barely made it to the end of the parade.
Last year was our 15th year, and CP stepped up. They surprised us. They had 5 motors. They gave us, a 90-mile-an-hour procession out of aviation, out of Segundo, blocking intersections.
It was nice. It was definitely, you could hear us and see us, yeah.
That's something you need to film if we do that again.
I think we do have film, yeah, we do. We'll have to bring out last year's film at the next meeting. We'll have one more meeting before the Santa Parade.
It was a COVID year, and we drove through Hollyglen, and we drove through way fast because it's hard to drive very slow on a motorcycle, and everybody was upset that we went through too fast. That was the last time we went. So we're back over here.
Riding slow on a full-dressed Harley is not easy.
I can't imagine. I don't wish it on anyone. I know.
And they were just, oh my God, everybody's going too fast.
So we're going to wrap it up by 8, but I'm going to invite Derry to come up and talk about some programs that our nearby Del Air Park has. Thank you, Harley. And then we'll open it up for any Q&A that folks may have.
Thanks, Eddie. Okay, the first is, yeah, took a couple of years off my age. These are the flyers for the meeting Friday night at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at Del Air Park. They have this meeting once a year, and it's basically a chance for the public to tell the people that run the park what they would like to see happen in their park. And Janelle and Vaughn do a fantastic job of trying to do whatever anybody would like them to do, within their budget. So if you want one of these flyers, they're right here. Now the one that I really want to talk about, this is at Del Air Park. It's the senior activities. And I started going about a month ago to the low impact video senior exercises. And then that's on Wednesday from 11 to 12. And then the indoor walking is in the gymnasium. That's on Friday from 11 to 12. But there's other things here. There's a crochet class. There's a senior line dance class on Tuesday. There's fitness basketball on Wednesday from 11 to 12:30. And then there's chess, cards, board games, and dominoes from 11 to 1:30 on Tuesdays. And then Tuesday night is senior volleyball from 6 to 8:30. And like I said,
What constitutes senior?
you'd qualify. They don't say an age on it. So if you feel like you're,
Bring in a 30-year-old ringer, somebody's gonna protest.
well, I don't think that's gonna happen. There ain't gonna be any,
Do they have paramedics standing back?
I don't know, I've never gone to it,
I was just curious. I didn't want to be the first casualty.
but there's no paramedics for the walking. And so I don't think there'd be anything for Tuesday night volleyball. So here's these flyers. Give that to your dad.
Yes, I will. Thank you,
And if
Derek.
you could post,
I will. There's an electronic version of this. I'll ask Janelle if there's an electronic version of this. If not, I'll scan it and send it.
yeah, I haven't seen an electronic version because she had to pull it up on her computer last Friday.
Thank you.
3 or 4 times a week, almost every day of the week or something.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Mondays and Thursdays, there's nothing going. But we had a senior community meeting maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months, and they took down a lot of things that people would like to see. There's also one thing that's not on here. They've gone to the Hollywood Bowl, I think twice, for concerts, and that's open, I think, to anybody. But I didn't get a flyer on that one. But if you, I can't remember, but you can go on Nextdoor and type in Janelle Jackson, and that will list all of what she's posted. And because Nextdoor is almost impossible to find anything because of all the advertisements. If you don't take a picture of it the first time, it's going to take forever. So that's why I just type in her name, and then it tells me what she's posted. Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you, Derry.
Part of it was, is anybody else was able to get seeds besides you, so it's not a
I can talk about it. We're trying to get a seed library started for both Wiseburn and the Hawthorne Library. Right now, we're going to start it in the Hawthorne Library. So if anybody has any seeds, they can be vegetable seeds or flower seeds. It doesn't matter. You know, just get a hold of me. If you got seeds, I'll pick them up. And then I will package them in packages and get them to the Hawthorne Library. And once we get it up and running, then we will post something about that it's available. It's a new concept in the LA County area, but it's something that's been going on for years back east in the Midwest, where their local libraries have seeds. They let you, instead of checking out a book and returning it, you get the seed packets and you go plant something. So that's about it for now.
Thank you, Derry. Yeah. All right. 8 o'clock. Does anybody have any questions in general forum, open-ended questions? Bill, bring it up. Go. Greg, I saw you.
Your brain works. Every election season, I see City of Hawthorne mayoral, city council signs in our neighborhood. Why do our people do this? I don't understand. We don't vote in the city. We're not part of the city. The police don't patrol our neighborhoods. They don't provide us any service. I don't get it. You may have any answers to that? Go ahead.
I think like on 135th, I see a lot. I think it's because people use 135th.
Yeah, that I can understand. I'm talking about people's front yards. Like I have a neighbor who's actually got the mayor in his front yard. It's like, dude, when did you ever vote in the city election?
Super.
Well, But these are actually on people's property. So it's the resident of the home, for whatever reason, is showing us support for a particular city candidate. And I just always found it weird, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't really have a question.
Oh, this is important.
If
Yeah.
anybody wants any hot chili peppers, these are fresh out of my garden.
Greg has hot chili peppers, mushroom chili peppers, and he brought individual baggies for those that want to try them. Higher on the Scoville rating than the habaneros.
They're high, yeah, they're higher than the habanero.
All right. I will say, and I'll continue to say it, that one of the solutions to illegal parking and people finding a nice walking path to park in front of with their RVs is to get signage up there. And to get signage, we need 66% of anybody who faces La Cienega and knocking on doors. Okay, so I have a contact at the county, and our knows him well. We have somebody that works with us, but we haven't performed. We've explored this in the past on perpendicular streets, but we need it on La Cienega, right, on a north-south facing street. It's a lot of work, but I'm not saying it's so. Becca, if you're willing to. Okay. So, okay. So we just need somebody to follow through on it. Ara has the contacts for us. It's a process to do, and it's persistence. But we can do it.
I was gonna ask, Yeah, I was gonna ask. Someone recently reached out regarding this, and I asked Department of Public Works staff to share general guideline. How the signature 66% is required and what have you. I'm gonna get your email, maybe ask that individual to email you, Eddie, and yeah, I know.
They're talking. Same issue, but different. Different street and different networks.
So I just heard they could work together. So I thought maybe I can ask DPW to send the information to you both in the same email. What do you guys think? Just for information, knowledge.
So do I. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. So I'll get your email and I'll send it to you. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Ara.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? All right. With that, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Yes, a second. No Robert's Rule of Order for this one. Yeah.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you.
Take a look at this.
Yeah, I know.